I think it is important for us to be part of this U.S. pavilion so that we can meet the other U.S. companies that are within the clean energy space and work together towards the decarbonization strategy and being part of the just energy transition within the sub-Saharan African market. I think this is a fantastic conference, and I think this is a fantastic platform for us to tell people what we're doing in South Africa. We're looking forward to having projects in this market and working with institutions like USTDA, Power Africa, DFC, and be able to realize the dream of for the future of our kids of protecting the environment. Our strategy in sub-Saharan Africa is to develop and finance projects. So we'll be an IPP. The technologies that we focus on will be solar PV, wind, and energy storage. And within those technology, we're very technology agnostic. What is important for us is to bring a solution for the client that is affordable, that can compete with other technologies, so that the private clients can be more convinced of using cleaner energies than taking electricity from coal. The way we structure our projects, we take the majority shareholding within the project, and we also partner with local partners, because it's important as a US firm, when we come into a country and have local partners that can give the know-how, because we go to communities and there can be community issues. So the local partners, they play a major role in those instances. So when we say that we finance them, we do bring our own capital for our own equity, and then we leverage the debt funders that are here, and we also leverage our relationships globally to bring the money and build these projects within the sub-Saharan African market. The reason we are interested in this market, when you look at electrification rates within sub-Saharan, they're less than 50%, which is below the world standards. And we think there's a huge opportunities, because this is a continent with huge resources from a wind perspective and from a solar perspective. And with those electrification rates that are so low, we think there's an opportunity for us to build these projects and be part of the story of this energy transition of the African market. I think the more there's new technology that comes, it pushes the prices down. And if you look at the levelized cost of electricity that comes from clean energy now, it can really compete with the fossil fuel, which makes it attractive for people to switch from the dirty source of energies to the cleaner ones. So the more development that is happening from developed countries, and that ability to transfer those technology to the sub-Saharan Africa, it brings that opportunity of becoming more competitive. If we think one of the things that we think we are bringing into this market, it's our experience of energy storage. Looking at the energy storage, one of the complaints in embracing it has been the cost of it. But we've seen in the last few years, the pricing coming down and the cost of deploying that. And we're hoping the more development that happens within that, the more we can see more projects in that space as well, which we think Hecate will be well positioned to take advantage of that. It's securing future for the kids. I think Power Africa, they're doing a fantastic job in the African market. There's a lot of countries that have utilities that are not bankable. And when we try to find funding, it's difficult to get that. And the role that is played by Power Africa, by bringing its finance to take that early risk and de-risk that, so that the funders can come later on to be part of this project, is fantastic. We're saying they need to go onwards and upwards.